What's poppin', guys? It's Super Pokeguy here, and today I have my top 10 Pokemon that I don't like. So I have the Pokemon right in this box here, so...
Wait, why would you put those there?
Because these are the worst Pokemon.
What's in here? Magikarp? Quillfish? These are good Pokemon. I must avenge what you have done.
What's poppin', guys? It's Super Pokeguy here, and...
Hello and welcome, I'm the Legendary PokéMaster, and today we are talking about Pokemon that are hated on too much by people. These are Pokemon that I think kinda get hated on a bit too much based on, like, how people hate them. So I'm going to try to defend them because I think that they're great. This should probably be a top 5, but I didn't list it as that, so I need something to distinguish it from the rest. I need a great transition, like this. So yeah, without further ado, let's start. The first Pokemon that came to mind is Klefki, which is basically why I made this entire thing. Now you may say, why is Klefki hated on so much? Yeah, maybe making a key-themed Pokemon wasn't a great idea. There's always gonna be that one guy who's like,
"Oh, keys? They're running out of ideas."
But if you look past Klefki maybe possibly being a bit odd, it's actually pretty useful in battle. Steel and Fairy typing makes it resistant and immune to a bunch of different Pokemon types, only leaving it weak to fire and ground. These aren't even too much of a threat for a well-trained Klefki because the 2 defense stats are its highest. Its base stat total is higher than a lot of mid-tier Pokemon, and it learns a bunch of useful moves that open up a lot of strategies. But people hate on it because it's keys. Maybe even I do. I mean, it kinda looks odd to be battling with this. Everyone hates this. I bet even you do. But since I randomly go against the crowd all the time, I'm saying it's cool. Look at it. Isn't it great? Actually, no. Not really. People don't like Emboar because of its typing, appearance, and basically every aspect of it. But keep in mind, this is a fully evolved starter. For in-game events, Emboar actually easily got me through the main story. Naturally, gym leaders like Clay gave me some trouble, but in my first Let's Play of Pokemon Black 2 way back in 2012, Emboar played a pivotal role in my defeating Iris. I'd credit this mostly to its great array of fighting-type moves paired with its massive attack stats. So, although Emboar might not be the most appealing Pokemon, he can actually be used for a rather extensive potential. Did you see this one coming? Even I did. And I made the video, so that's saying a lot. You get the joke? No? Oh, okay. No one likes Carboater because it's a bag of trash. Not figuratively. In case you've never seen it, it is literally a 6-foot-tall bag of trash. That's it. But looking past that, it's actually a good Pokemon. Although I think even if this thing had about Arceus level stats, no one would even use it. Including me. Let's see what it's got in the impossible scenario that someone actually uses one. Stats are actually pretty good, with them being about on par with Klefki. They're also pretty well balanced. I think Poison type is an underrated type in general, just because there are so few good Pokemon that take advantage of what it has to offer, but Carboater actually uses its typing pretty well. It's only weak to 2 types while being resistant against 5, and learns basically every good poison type move. Plus, you could use it for toxic stalling, yeah! Now we know why this is here. Zubat, 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 Zubat! Caves! This is why I don't go into caves anymore. Not that I did in the first place, but yeah, I don't go into caves. You scared me away from my right to go into caves. Zubat itself actually doesn't have much to offer. However, its evolution Crobat is what makes Zubat worthwhile training. This is actually another case of me using a specific Pokemon through the game a lot. I thought it looked cool, so I trained up a Zubat up until that point. Then I realized that this thing is actually pretty fast. Actually, it's really fast. In fact, 130 is its base stat speed. The rest of its stats are also really good, and Stab was easily taken advantage of. I was able to sweep Cyrus and even Cynthia with it. And now I actually don't even know where it is. I might have actually traded it into Soul Silver. Let me see, actually. Oh yeah, there it is. Good thing it didn't end up like Shadakin's Blaziken. Also rip to that. But anyway, the point is that if you train up one of these billions of annoying Zubats, it may actually work to your advantage in the end. One day my friend came to me and said, "Did you see the Alolan Dugtrio yet?" Me, of course, not looking at updates because I'm lazy as usual, naturally lied and said, yes. He said, It's trash. They only added hair. Of course, I agreed with him and then went home to Google it. And I was mind blown. And apparently so was half the planet. This seemed like a really odd Pokemon, and because of its unoriginality, people hated on it. But it could actually be useful. Partially because of how much people hate it. I've battled people with it, and since they were never interested in it and thus did not look into it, they were surprised when their grass-type moves were not super effective. That's because it's a ground and steel type. All of its criticism gives it an element of surprise in battle, and that's what I like about it. Ah, here we are. Half of people legit hate Magikarp, and the other half say Magikarp is the best as a joke to say it's the worst. And then there's me explaining other people's jokes. Most fulfilling. But anyway, you are almost definitely not going to believe me, but Magikarp can actually be a real powerhouse. The main reason for this is because of the move Flail. If you have, let's say, a level 100 Magikarp that knows Flail, you could actually win against a few Pokemon with it. This would allow Magikarp to hit big when its HP is low, which is bound to happen at some point. I actually did this once with an Elite Four member and actually knocked out one of their Pokemon with it. I might actually do a video on this sometime in the future explaining how to use Magikarp to its full potential. But until then, thanks for watching. Please leave a comment down below naming a Pokemon that you think gets too much hate. You could also subscribe if you like this type of video to see more twice a week. Regardless, Month of Origin starts tomorrow, and I will see you in the next video.